Good morning. We have a 95% chance the Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved. We've got Elon Musk at X, the everything cat, going through with crypto approvals. They've got that money transmitter license in place. We're going to get into that as well as what's going on with Vivek Ramaswamy. Huge episode. Michael Saylor, he sums it up best himself. Treasure Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the world's greatest asset. Now, a couple of things. And the world's beginning to wake up to this very fact, ladies and gentlemen, that you and I already know. It's good that you're here now before the big institutions. You are part of the 1%, the new elite. So welcome. Bitcoin ETFs have a 75% chance of approval this year. There's not much time left in this year. It's the 1st of September here in Australia today, time of filming. Let's just get into the numbers to establish where we are in time and space. Block height 805,628, local time 5:58 a.m. 3 minutes late this morning, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. The exchange rate is 26,190. We're going to talk about the price of Bitcoin sats per USD 3,818, and we're going to see 4,000 sats per dollar, potentially never again. And we'll get into that and how you best optimize and prepare for the Bitcoin halving coming up there. We're 34,372 blocks to go. Progress so far is 83.63% and 92.73% of the 21 million supply at 19.47 million is out there. So ladies and gentlemen, in regards to the Bitcoin ETF, Bloomberg ETF analysts raised their odds for a spot Bitcoin ETF approval after the recent grayscale. It's funny how I always have that Freudian slip with grayscale. Victory against the SEC. Now, a couple of things here. They did raise the chances to 75. It was earlier 65 the day before. After that ruling came out, these two gentlemen got together, had a little bit of banter back and forth. They put out a really bullish tweet and Twitter went wild, and that's how it made the news. They're actually been really good analysts for a really long time, very credible. Scott Melker had both of them on as well. So check out that video that he did yesterday. Highly recommend to start listening to that this morning as I was getting ready. So in his own post on X, Seifert added that spot Bitcoin ETF approvals will likely be a done deal by Q4 2024. Estimating the approval odds to have now skyrocketed to 95% by then. That's absolutely huge. 5% happens. What is those 5% odds? I'd like you to speculate below in the comments. If you are watching live or you're just watching and you're a lurker, say g'day. I will reply to each and every one of you. Now, Belashus added that given the recent legal and public relations loss, a denial by the SEC will be politically untenable. The SEC has just put themselves into the worst situation over the last 6 months. I don't think politically untenable. I don't know how they looked at seriously regardless anymore. From really what the courts are saying and how they throw these cases out in the words, they absolutely destroy them. The judges using words like capricious, talking about the SEC. Absolutely fantastic. So over the next 5 days, 7 Bitcoin spot ETF applications are due for a first deadline decision by the SEC. That's Bitwise, BlackRock, VanEck, Fidelity, Invesco, WisdomTree, and Valkyrie. Wouldn't be surprised if the SEC delays these upcoming Bitcoin spot ETF applications. Of course, they're going to deny them, but the most likely outcome will be that we unexpectedly wake up to the SEC giving and approving the Bitcoin spot ETFs in one hit. January, I believe, is the next deadline after this one, and then they've got March as well. I'm going for March right before the April halving. If we have a look on the block clock here, that halving is estimated as it reloads the 26th of April 2024. So if that was to go live, if the ETF was to go live in March, I think that would make sense if we were to put our tinfoil hat on. Before we get into X here, talking about trading Bitcoin and my thoughts and probably how you can best not wreck yourself, because you want to get more Bitcoin, not less Bitcoin. So we'll go over a couple of things there and then we'll get into Vivek Ramaswamy in a second, because I quite like him. I'm not political, I'm in Australia, I actually don't, well, I sort of do care, actually. It seems like a cool guys, really. I was watching a great video last night, a town hall with Patrick Bet-David and Vivek. I've only watched the start of it. I have downloaded to listen to the rest of it today. Very intelligent, awesome conversation. Also, PBD, just absolutely trolling Joe Rogan with that video that came out, I think, 3 weeks ago, getting Joe Rogan to interview the Donald, the orange man. So we'll see if that comes to play. Interesting times. Down 2.4%, 1.1 trillion red everywhere. Bitcoin. So we'll talk about trading strategies because they said the low was in at $27,000 and now we're sitting pretty at $26,299, which is $700 below where the analysts were saying the low is. And so just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, when you're trading, it's better to have a plan. My plan's super simple. It's a red day, stack sats and chill. You do you, I'll do me. But we can see this here sideways and then down, but that's only the last 24 hours. If we zoom out to the last 7 days, we have the same pattern. We're going sideways, but we went up instead. We went sideways and we've just fallen off a cliff here. Buy day, buy day, buy day, buy day. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Buy day, buy day, buy day, buy day. Anyway, you get the point. Anyway, that's hours, not days necessarily, but if it's red for me, like we have today, down 3.5%, that's a nice way to be able to stack. And for every dollar that I put in, 3,818 sats, I think we're looking at 3,825. See, they keep getting more expensive by the second. So definitely make the most of that while it's out there. This looking at the whole market, if you are interested there, coin360.com. Now, Elon Musk, X. Do you reckon that he called it X for exchange? I wonder. And his logo is very interesting when you see that photo where they've put it up against a mirror. Have you seen that picture? Makes you think. Anyway, Elon Musk's X has licenses in multiple US states to process payments, including crypto. Musk's social media platform X, formerly Twitter, has obtained money or currency transmitter licenses. How annoying are those videos? In 7 US states, including Maryland, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. Okay, so all that highlighting that I picked out for everyone is gone. I think a new social media company is needed that is based on a blockchain and includes payments. So Musk said that in a tweet, I believe that was April 2022, before he bought Twitter. And then we've seen videos where he comes out and he says, Musk needs to be the everything cap. It needs to be like China's WeChat, which is a little bit scary in and of itself. And sometimes I'm all for Musk, sometimes I'm dead set against him. I'd like to know your thoughts on Elon Musk, because he's interesting and he holds so much power. And we can see that Twitter is one of the most powerful institutions, companies in the world, from what it allows with the reach that people can get. So we'll see what happens there. In regards to these money transmitter licenses, they've got them in seven states now. Same deal that PayPal or Venmo needed to go through to be able to process both fiat and crypto payments as well. Not 100% sure that he's going to offer Bitcoin straight away, and maybe he trolls the Bitcoin community for just a little bit longer and puts fiat and bloody Doge out there. It is possible. Elon Musk is an incredible man, but I think he gets bored and so he wants to play his little games. So short term, they could happen. Be aware of that. Long term, it's inevitable, isn't it? Bitcoin hyper Bitcoinization is happening. So act accordingly, stack sats and chill. In regards to trading Bitcoin, you can trade it. Sure, that's absolutely no problem, but you may end up paying a lot in tuition fees, depending how long you've been in the markets for. If you've been trading for a long time, you don't need to hear any of this. I have no idea what I'm talking about. If you're new to Bitcoin specifically or crypto, most traders are going to get wrecked. About 85% in the first year are going to lose all their money. Better just to stack and chill, especially if you're getting your advice from people on Twitter that are giving you charts. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. Bitcoin price may have bottomed. This was when it was above $27,000. Bitcoin is above the daily EMA 200 line. Popular trader Mustache told ex-subscribers, a lot of people are waiting for a better entry, but I don't think it's going to happen. That perspective contrasts strongly with the slew of more bearish market takes from various well-known sources, many of which call for a return to 25,000 or lower. And we can see that on the chart today. The low is in. This is when they're calling for the low, because it just went sideways for so long. And it sort of looked like it could have been another flag, and then could have another flagpole going up, but it just fell off a cliff. So the low wasn't in. And if you're trading, maybe you made the wrong trade there. But if you're just stacking on red days, it's easy. You wake up, you see it's red, you stack, you chill, you carry on with your day. Anyway, that works for me. I'd like to know what your plan is to be able to get as much Satoshis, as many Bitcoin as possible throughout the cycle. Now, Vivek Ramaswamy, Grayscale, win, clears a path for Bitcoin innovation. Now, this guy was very unknown a year ago, and more people are waking up. Businessman, a billionaire, started from nothing, made something. Very inspiring story. Just someone that's worked hard. It's only 37 or 38 as well, so he's really rocking it, which is real cool. Anyway, the Republican presidential candidate also pledged to rescind all federal regulations that fail. A new Supreme Court tested potential positive for crypto here. So the United States presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy has lauded Grayscale's recent victory over the federal securities regulator, arguing the decision will help keep Bitcoin and blockchain innovation from going overseas. August 30 post on X, formerly Twitter. How bloody confusing is it? X, I still write Twitter everywhere. It's just easier for now until it takes over the public consciousness, but I guess that prevents it from progressing. The pro-Bitcoin Republican candidate took a shot at a shadow US government, pointing the blame towards the unlawful rogue behavior of three-letter government agencies. People here are saying presumably the Securities and Exchange Commission. In the Patrick Bet-David town hall video that Vivek did, really interesting what he was saying about the World Economic Forum, the WEF. That's a three-letter agency, because Vivek has written some incredible books, Woke Inc., among several others, and really jabbing at the institutions, approaching them from a place of truth, where he wants to uncover and allow people to wake up to the woke agenda there. He's been very outspoken for a very long time. What the WEF did to Vivek is put him on this list as saying you are like a thought leader or something like that in the space. And he said, no, I don't want to be on that list. They put him on there, and he had to take them to court and sue them to be able to get his name removed from that three-letter agency. So Vivek is definitely no friend, and goes deep into the deep state, which is refreshing to see. Someone out there in the public consciousness talking about how flawed the system is. That's fairly interesting, in my opinion. So this decision is strong and clears the path to keep Bitcoin and blockchain innovation in the US instead of overseas, Ramaswamy explained. Couple of things. Tesla CEO and multi-billionaire Elon Musk recently praised Ramaswamy for his acceptance of Bitcoin and pro-crypto advocacy, adding that he stands as a very promising candidate. How interesting is that Elon Musk is praising him for his acceptance of Bitcoin and being pro-crypto. Elon has got a lot of power, and then we see Elon going in with the money transmitter licenses as well with X, the everything app. Grayscale, the ETF, and what that means and how it's pushed it from a 65 to a 75% chance this year for getting approval, with a 95% chance by the end of Q4 2024. this is heating up to be an insane cycle. And we do go in 4-year cycles, and it goes sideways, then it goes up, and then it comes down, and then it goes sideways with a lot of volatility in between. But you've got an opportunity here to be able to stack sats. Definitely not financial advice, but study Bitcoin if you haven't already. It's been a very beautiful day. Enjoy yourself. Be blessed. Peace.